Hi guys and girls, and in today's video I'm going to touch on ground bait feeders and a couple that I've not long heard about actually. So like you're probably very traditional in your feeder fishing. You probably fish something like this, so a very standard lead-sided open-end feeder. This one's obviously the plastic variety, but you do get the cage feeders as well. Just made up like metal, a bit kind of like this, really. The exterior, but this is very different. So the reason I've only just heard about these couple of new feeders that I'm going to introduce to you is I was basically preparing to fish a big reservoir somewhere I've never fished before, and like you, jumping on videos on YouTube, I wanted to find out just a few tips just to prepare myself and make sure I could hit that long distance. In big reservoirs especially, you want to be finding bars, you want to be finding fish holding features. It was quite chilly at the time, so for me personally, I was trying to find deep water, so I was out walking on swims to begin with, finding that deep water. Anyway, that's another video, reservoir fishing. Hit the subscribe, something like that will come along shortly, I am sure. So the two feeders particularly I want to discuss today are both made by Preston, and I gotta say I was very impressed by using them. I'm not endorsed by Preston in any way, shape or form, but match fishing all these years ago and now doing a lot of bream fishing this time of year, I think these are something I'll certainly carry in my tackle bag for a long time to come. So let's explain the first one. I just showed you which one it is. So it's relatively like a cage feeder, it's that design. It's got this plastic handle, if you want to call it that. So obviously you would need to attach a link of some description to go on your main line. This is the largest, to my knowledge anyway, the largest of the three sizes they do. They basically size them by how many sections there are. So if you watch some of their videos, they'll say 2, 3, but I believe this is the largest. If I'm wrong, feel free to comment and put me in my place. Touching on that, I'm always open to comments, if you've got anything to say, like I want to make an interactive channel where we can all teach people that perhaps are not aware of some of the points that I'm going to cover. So anyway, back to the feeder. So what is this designed for? Now, as you can see, the weight is primarily at the bottom. Yeah, so instead of a conventional feeder with the lead on the side, try not to hold it upside down, where if you're casting long distance, that could sway, especially if it's a breezy day and you've got the wind in your face, that could sway about. And as we know, accuracy is important. You've got to be accurate. You've got to be getting that bait out, in a certain, radius, especially when you're fishing long distance. It can get tricky, but this, I must say, I'm impressed. This has helped me cast out a long way and still line up to a tree or something on the bank as we do, and hit that point, with the line clip. Now, if you're new to feeder fishing, you're going, what, line up, clip up? Don't worry, guys. I'm going to do plenty of videos covering feeder fishing from the start to the finish. So please, 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 like I say, hit that subscribe button. You don't want to be missing any videos. But that's enough about the subscribing, because I know when I watch videos it gets a bit annoying. But anyway, yeah, so this is amazing. So what would you put in this? Obviously ground bait. You can do it quite dry, I found, particularly quite wet. I think a wet stickier bait, because it is open-ended, but you can fill your ground bait like you would, put in any particle, hemp, dead maggots, whatever, you can chuck it in there. So primarily I started using this at the start of that session, for instance, and putting very little feed out. I just wanted to get a scent trail going in, bit of cloud in the water, regular 10-minute casts, and bang, bang, bang. That did deliver a lot of bait in a short succession of time. So when I started getting bites and had a few bream on the go, I obviously want to keep them there. And as we all know, if you're used to bream fishing, they can soon clear through your bait. They're gone. That's not what you want to happen, of course. So using that swivel, that link, instead of using perhaps you know, a traditional form of fishing like a paternoster rig, unless you're using a clip on that, which is very smart, you then got this. I don't know if you've seen this one either, guys. It's called a window feeder. Again, designed for long distance with a heavy weight at the bottom. So when you're casting out, it's not swaying. And again, very good on accuracy. I was very impressed by this as well. Because I thought, although it's fairly aerodynamic and you've got, you know, vents at the top here, you know, I still wondered, I thought, you know, is that going to sway around? No, not at all. So again, well, this time there's a swivel connection at the top. Sorry if you can see that. But the beauty of this, you can add pretty much any particle bait. So I was putting chopped worm in this, wet pellets, dead maggots, hemp, everything. Everything will go in here, and surprisingly you don't get, well, barely any spillage. I don't remember thinking, that's not great. You know, that will accurately get over your swim, over that top of that fish, so you can feed. And then what I was doing when I had them on the go is perhaps doing one of these and then switching back over quickly, putting two of these, one of these, two of these, one of these, two of these, and then you can manipulate what you want to feed at that time. Now, okay, maybe you don't necessarily need this. You could just bulk up your ground bait with your particles, as most of us do in our standard feeders. Yeah, I get that. And if that's something you want to do, absolutely do it. But I know these two will always come with me moving forward when I'm fishing long distance. Fantastic. Well done, Preston. Real good bit of kit. So this, I just wanted to show you, this is something else I bought. A bit like a cage feeder, a bit similar, you know, but it's got weight on the back and the bottom. I did try using this on the reservoir. It did sway a bit because of that back, you know, back lead, as it were, but still a fantastic feeder. So when I felt like I was putting too much out, I did actually switch to this for a little while, just putting little tiny bits out. You know, when the fish started to slow down too much, I thought, oh, have I overfed? So, you know, like with a lot of fishing, you always want to be thinking a cast ahead, and you know, judge what's happening on your feeder rod to what you should try next. I think a lot of people in the match fishing world, you know, that gets ingrained into you. You know, you always want to be making the most of a session. Although I only do pleasure fishing now, I will get into match fishing again, but I'm always thinking like that, especially in these winter days when, you know, it can be a struggle. Also, it keeps you active, so it keeps you warm, right? But no, I wanted to share them feeders with you today. I will be doing more on feeders because I know there's great feeders out there that I've missed, like the method feeder and just so many, the maggot feeder. So, but hey guys, I just wanted to share that with you because, you know, I wasn't aware of them feeders until I really started delving into YouTube, looking at videos. So, you know, give them a go. I'd really love to hear if you've already used them. Pop it in the comments. Tell me what you've caught, what you've found the feeders to be, because you know, it's all about educating people. And if there's people that haven't used them before, hey, let's help each other. So once again, really appreciate you stopping by and listening to me babble on. And another fishing video will be coming up from Tuesday. I'm not sure whether I'm going to go for the chub yet or whether go to my local park lake where I've had some amazing carp and tench. So depends what the weather does. If it's you know, still fairly mild, I think I might be itching to get out and get some of them lovely carp out of there. So yeah, once again, feel free to subscribe. If not, no problem. And tight lines for now.